Hey besties, you all are welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jido Geni. Please punch the subscribe button to join this growing family, okay? Today we'll be doing something a little bit different from our usual content. I'll be teaching you all how to make the simple turban with a detachable bow in just few minutes, okay? So we'll be needing a piece of chalk, a scissors, a tape measure, pins, and of course our fabric. We'll be making use of London crepe. Ensure you always use the stretchy pad for your cap, okay? The first thing we'll be doing is to fold your fabric, and then we want to get the width and of course the length. For the width, we'll be using 10 inches, and for the length, we'll be using 12 inches. So mark your points and connect them together with a chalk, okay? Move in by 3 inches and move down by 3 inches. We're trying to make a curve. Connect your points together and cut that out with your scissors. After doing so, ensure you have a shape that looks like this. Next, we want to cut our band. Also using the stretchy part, fold your fabric and unfold. Measure 2 inches width, and our length is going to be 20 inches. Okay, now cut that out. Join the wrong side together so you have the right side facing you, okay? Now pin that down. After pinning, join the ends together in order to get the midpoint. Use your scissors to make a notch on that midpoint. After doing that on the band, ensure you do the same for the main cap piece, okay? Make a notch on the middle as well, okay? After doing so, open up and then join your band together with your main cap piece. Ensure that the two notches you've made are on the same point, okay? Now use your pins to hold them all together. All right, for professionals, I'm sure you can skip this. Now, after pinning, go to your sewing machine and fasten them all together with a straight stitch. Okay, I have done mine. Now remove your pins, fold your cap with the right side in and the wrong side facing you. Start your sewing from the band and stop at the point where my finger is pointing. Okay, after doing so, you should have a small hole that looks like this one. For your bow, fold your fabric, just cut a rectangular piece depending on the size of bow you want. Okay, I used 5 inches for the width and 8 inches for the length from the two sides, just so and meet almost at that middle point. Okay, now it is through this middle point that you will turn your fabric from the wrong side to the right side. After turning, use a sharp object to make the edges more defined. Okay, after doing so, prepare your hand needle with the same thread color, okay? Fold your rectangular piece into two and use your chalk to mark out the middle point. Go ahead and use your hand needle to make a jump stitch, after which you pull to make it tight. Then go ahead to tie your stitch, and voila, your bow is ready, guys. Lastly, we want to cut out our loop. Fold your fabric and cut out the width to be 2.5 inches and the length 8.5 inches. After cutting out, you should have a rectangular piece that looks like so. Fold the rectangular piece with the right side in and the wrong side facing you and sew the other end. After sewing, turn your piece inside out. Now pass one end of your loop to come out through that small tiny hole you have on the main cap piece, and then the other end should come out from the band. Now join your two ends together. Please focus on this part because it can be a bit tricky. Now sew it and hide your seam inside. Go ahead to adjust your loop so that the seam is going to be hidden inside the cap, and then finally take your bow and pass it through your loop, and voila, your cap is ready. You can rock this cap to anywhere and on anything, depends on how you want to style it. Please give a thumbs up if you find this helpful. Bye.